Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Matt from Diazable, doing another album review, and today we're checking out the band Scalp with the album Black Tar. A little bit about Scalp is they're from Southern California, and they've been in the game for about 3, 4 years now. They play kind of a hardcore punk infused music with a little bit of like grindcore and kind of crust punk influence in them for sure. And on this album, Black Tar, they really are digging in on a lot of the crust punk and grindcore elements. And this album is very interesting because it talks about a lot of different topics from trauma to addiction to losing family members to overdose and just overall lots of negative things in a person's life. And this is their way of channeling that energy through an album, which I think if you take this journey with me and hear me talk about this album, you might be impressed with this band Scalp. So yeah, we're going to talk about the album Black Tar from Scalp. Yin. It's a slow start with like a low tuning bass sound to it and soft like hi-hat sounds. And it builds up with these slow chugging guitars that kind of feel the atmosphere, that feel the air, and give like a sense of like dread as you're listening to it. And it kind of like lulls you into like a false security, a false sense of security. Yeah, it lulls you into a false sense of security before the next song kicks in. Hey guys. And then it goes right into the song, Jesus is God, and it's a chaotic onslaught of pure madness. That is the best way I can describe this song. It's surprisingly, it's so crazy and so chaotic, but it's very catchy and groovy. Like I was so surprised at how like, oh my God, like instantly I was bobbing my head to it and feeling it. And then it goes all the way to like left field with a sludgy breakdown, and it just brings some chuggy, thick riffs from the guitars to close out the song. It mixes a bit of a mess though, but it seems to be very messy, but in a very cohesive way. That is like it kind of tricks you, like, oh, this is so like bad, so crazy, but it's like, whoa, it's good. Endless Relapse shows no signs of stopping this chaos that they're bringing, but in like a very mesmerizing way, with like especially with how the tom feels on this song, that then lead to a very fast and trashy mess, but in a good way. And the drums just sound so good in the mix here. The nice rhythm of the song is like really surprisingly good. It has a very groovy breakdown to it, and like the guitars are like just like they cut the air with like a knife. It's just so just like sharp. And with that being said, I want to play a little clip of Endless Relapse. Ugh. Oh, it's an onslaught of craziness. And we got Diabetic Neurosis. I've noticed that these songs are very, very short, but they're hella packed in. Like there's no like bullshit with these songs. They're and then it like this song particularly, it starts off really messy with a slow beat. It's kind of pulled back in the mix a bit, but it adds to the ambience of the song and everything. And then as it like builds up, it like goes into like a crazy heaviness later in the song, which is just like it just feels like Scalp at like 11, like full Scalp. Black Tar is what's next, and it starts off kind of washed out a little bit. And the vocals have been very consistent throughout this album, and they've been like really just like mixed really well. Uh this one is a little bit crazy and a bit of a mess, but a little bit but it's good. I was gonna say a little good, but it's good throughout. And the mixing here helps a lot on this album. Drums can be fully heard over the guitars and the vocals. The bass is laying in the back, just like chilling, and it's just like very menacing sounding. And this song has a really good breakdown. Consumer Ethics then starts off with a sample track of people talking, and but then like gunfiring happening. Like it sounds like it's like a clip from the Vietnam War, from a movie about the Vietnam War, and it just sounds very dreadful and very terrifying. Which it gives then the song begins, and it kind of gives me like early Suicide Silence vibes, surprisingly. uh it's just dumb heavy. It's very catchy. It's just beating my head in with like how like hard and heavy the song goes. And so with that, I want to play a little clip of Consumer Ethics. See, this is where I got the Suicide Silence influence. Like, he sounds like Mitch. R.I.P. And we follow up with the song Pollute. It's a very fast track on the album. It's a mayhem in a very small package. It's just so good and so small. Like, it's just a good song. I had no other really comments about this song. It's just good. And then finally we make it to the song Broken Vein, which drums sound a little bit out of time here a bit. Sounds a little off, but they sound large as they build up. And the drums and the vocals stand out really like tall on this track. And then overall, they all just sound really in the pocket. It's a very solid song to end the album on, I think. So that was my review of this new album from Scalp Black Tar. And you would think with a name like Scalp, you would think, oh, fast and craziness. But the album Black Tar, you're thinking, oh, maybe it's gonna be slow, sludgy. But nah. It's straight like Scalp all the way. It's fiery. It's mayhem. It's chaotic as hell. It just brings everything that you want from Scalp, and they do it really well in such a short amount of time, because it feels like it should be like a 30-minute track, 30-minute long album or 20-minute album, but it's only 12 minutes long. It packs a punch through and through. The mixing is very good, and then like even like the lower like the beginning song Yin, you think it's going to be more of a chill song that has like no point to the album, but then I think part of that song is played again in another song, so it like comes full circle. So I think everything on this album was crafted very well, and they really took their time to build a nice good album with some serious topics they wanted to talk about. And with that being said, I have no real like negative things to say about this album or any critiques. It's a great album. I think one of the greatest, one of the great albums of this year. So I personally feel like this is a good contender for album of the year, I think. And I want to say that Scalp's new album Black Tar is a solid 9 out of 10. Check them out below. Really great band, really great songs. I'm Matt from Diazable. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching. Support your local scene and be nice to everyone. Bye.